Welcome to the Texas Goat Radio Show. I'm your host, Matorius. This is part 6 of the 1743 live stream of Owen Benjamin being Owen Benjamin, the wolf in sheep's clothing.
Our ability to communicate, our kingdom is our ability to communicate. That's what it is. I'm around animals all the time. I'm very, very, very familiar with animals. Animals are not that different than humans with one exception. Our ability to communicate, our ability to have abstract thought, and our ability to understand that we were created by God. And I'm going to read a little something. Let's just switch it up a little bit. I'm going to read something beautiful that my son said. And I saw Black Pill. I like Devin Stack, but I saw he just freaks out about flat earthers. He hates them. And, like they were same with Adam Green. I like Adam Green. But it's like, oh, it's a cult. Oh, it's fucking Judeo-Christian cult. And it's like, okay, retards, I got some responses. So I've been doing some responsing today, and I'll read my responses to that. Because forget about the ad hominem. You're schizophrenic. What's the moon then? How's their time zones? Oh, really? So you think the sun is flat? Oh, so you walk off the earth? Oh, then prove what the earth is. Dude, show me a curve. All you do is ad hominem attack from your little gay little bunker.
It's weird how his mind, he goes from, I'm going to read something beautiful that my son wrote, and then without any hesitation just went into this.
All right, I'll address it in a second. And by the way, I did give credit to OG guys who covered the nuke spell before me, Crow 777 and Eric Dubay. I'm just claiming the skull for bringing it mainstream this past month. I timed it with Oppenheimer to ride the wave, but I did break the spell for millions of people. I wasn't the first. Okay, I'm not claiming to be the first.
Just because millions of people saw it does not. That's stupid. Now, if he made an album and sold 24 million albums, then you could say, yeah, I reached 24 million people. I don't know. That's weird. If you're on TV, right, and 300,000 people watched you or 3 million people watched you, you reached 3 million. You could say that. I don't know, but the metric that he's using, though, as far as I understand it, it's not how many people interacted with his post, it's how many people just scrolled past it. Because if you look at the other numbers, thousands, not millions, not even close to millions, thousands, not even tens of thousands, just thousands.
So save your fucking bullshit. I wasn't the first, but I'm damn good at mass communication of very triggering topics. I'm keeping the skull. It's the same with Succession. I can't make the show Succession. So you want to use...
It's like the dude that took off with those tips. All right, man, if it means that much to you, take it. if you want that metaphorical skull, it means nothing. And people will just... The conversation will go on and probably ignore the loud, obnoxious guy that tried to take all the credit. Nobody wants to work with that guy. And so, I mean, if you want the skull, I guess it's your skull.
My song, great. Just throw out some credit. Don't fucking attack. You know, don't call me a bigoted anti-Semite who lost his mind just so you can steal my jokes and fucking song ideas. All right, that's all I ask. I don't need any of your precious goddamn money. Yeah, Eric Dubay was wearing yoga pants, lisping and eating only vegetables. All right, everyone just looks at him and goes, "You're a fucking gay guy." All right, can you rollerblade off the edge of the earth? It's a fact. You don't appeal to people. I mean, Eric Dubay did a lot of great work when it came to the 200 proofs of flat earth. Good job. Way to go. You wear yoga pants, you have a lisp, and you fucking criticize people who eat meat, and you live in Thailand. All right? And you're super aggressive in that shitty vegan way.
And what kind of way is this that Owen Benjamin is being aggressive in? If Eric Dubay is being aggressive in the super crappy vegan way, then what way is this? The super predatorial, perverted cult way. That's what I would say.
Only vegan vegans are that eat soy. Like they're like, oh, I'm here. I'm Savanye. Why can't we go live? You need to eat some meat, okay? Because without meat, you act like a bitch.
You eat meat. Why do you act that way?
He's always been cringe. Yeah. It's like.
That was aggressive. Yep. Sorry for saying that.
Butter always finds its leather.
But like, I mean, honestly though, he just said you don't eat meat, and that's why you act like a. He eats meat, and he still acts like one. That's observational. Might be a little rough or harsh, but it's observational for sure. You know, I don't know if it's justifiable, but it's still a pretty accurate.
Shut up, fucking loser. Oh, you attack. No, I'm just telling you the truth. I'm just super authentic. Anyway, this is a conversation I had with my son. It's very.
Here's a tip for everybody that's listening. You can be authentic without being a douchebag, without being a terrible human being, without being a jerk. You don't have to be extravagantly miserable to be authentic. And here's a tip for you. The person that is the quietest in the room, whenever he finally does raise his voice, you know what everybody does? They listen. And so it's not healthy, it's not appropriate. It's not a sign of strength or dominance. It's a sign of weakness.
Uplifting. Conversation I just had with my son. My son said, "How does a spider spin a web?" He asked me. I don't know. Pretty mind-blowing, right? I responded, "Yeah, God has..."
This is not true. This is not accurate. This didn't happen. I had my doubts until I heard him reading this. He's not reading it as though it actually happened. He's reading it as though he's performing something. In my opinion, this is a lie.
It's the best imagination, my son said. I responded, "Do you think you could imagine up a world like this?" I asked him. No, lava is hotter than fire, and I couldn't have even imagined fire. God has the greatest imagination of all. I have much more powerful religious experiences talking to my 7-year-old than I've ever gotten from any religious authority. It's just...
He wrote that, and he's proud of it, but that's not a true story. That did not happen. The rooster attack didn't happen. Can I prove any of those? No. They're my opinions. That's just what they are. But you know what? I'm entitled to those. So
simple. It's like, could you have thought up fire? You know, and talk about, this is all becoming... I'm getting a life lesson download right now. I think that I own these thoughts, that I own this art I'm creating. It's all from God anyway. So I am being a nasty little fucker right now. I'm
Wow, I wouldn't really... I don't think it's okay to blame your vulgarity on God, you know? But that's somewhat of a self-analytical moment.
Glad I banned Jared, though. I don't regret that at all. But, it's all gravy. It's all good. You know, I'm not...
It's all gravy. Here's another quote from Owen Benjamin. It doesn't matter what you do, and it doesn't matter your motivations. It's all gravy. That's Luciferianism. That is, do what thou wilt shall be the entirety of the law. It doesn't matter why. It doesn't matter what. Do whatever you want.
It's my skull, though, because, like,
Owen, take the skull, man. I'm taking the skull. If it's that important to you, then take it, dude. Take it. Put it up there with the rest of your skulls that don't mean anything. It's his child's birthday today.
When you take the skull, it's like motivating. But yeah, I didn't think up any. I'm like just.
It's a made up object, an imaginary object. Whenever you take the skull, it's motivating.
When you really think about it, trying to take credit in this world when God created all of it is pretty retarded. It is, but it's like also it's just so gross when these little fuckers try and like parasite it. It's just
Try to parasite it. Coming from a man who, in 2020, during a worldwide crisis, said, "Give me your money, I will save you. If the world collapses around you, I will save you. Give me your money, I will save you. Give me your money. I am making promises that I will not keep your money if we don't make $2 million. Give me your money. We can do this. I need your money in order to do this." And then, whenever they gave him their money, 3 years later, 10 acres is what they got. And he got a $500,000 homestead is what he got. Parasite is what he's accusing other people of being.
Makes more sense to just give credit. I don't know.
Here's credit. Anything good that has ever came out of Bertaria was in spite of Owen and not because of Owen. It was because of the kind-hearted, decent people that got wrapped up in the mentality of something good. The possibility of something good. He takes something that is good, a universal truth, a half-truth, a little nugget of truth, wraps his own personal perversion around it, and wearing the bear goggles, it's hard to see and hard to decipher, and you think, well, he can't be all bad. And before you know it, you've given him thousands of dollars, or hundreds of dollars, or $20, with nothing to show for it except a bruised ego, feeling foolish, and some verbal gay pornography that you've had to listen to while he humiliates you and calls you names.
I'm really trying to grow and learn, I swear to God. I overreacted today. I called Shannon a bitch. I don't even know Shannon.
I would say that's a possibility if it wasn't for the fact of the last few videos that I've done over the last live stream that I covered. Went back 3 or 4 years, went back 3 months or 2 months. It's the same behavior. There's no sign of growth, just slight deterioration. And I'm not rooting for his downfall. I'm not. I'm rooting for him to be held accountable. I'm rooting for him to be forced into a place to where he has to change his predatorial ways, his perverse predatorial ways. But I'll settle for just convincing one person to take off their bear goggles and stop listening to this Owen Benjamin gospel.
And she's like transmitting an idea I find very important. I'm kind of a piece of shit. Codsworth, go ahead and let Jared back. It's fine.
This is exactly what he did with Bronze Star Bear 3 years ago. People change. People can change. And the only reason why he's talking about himself this way is because he knows that people are judging him. The last time that he gave an apology was after the demoralization episode where he yelled at his followers, his listeners, because of Twitter. And because people weren't giving him money. And then a day or two later, he was getting money again. And he said, "I want to apologize to y'all because I was talking to y'all as though I was talking to Twitter. I don't feel bad about it because it worked out." That's what he said.
I mean, I'm learning a lot, though. I'm learning a lot today. Today's a big learning day. I can feel the sun coming out today, not staying in. Gonna find another day. Yeah. Thanks for Blind Melon covers. They're unbelievably good. Anytime. Thanks for appreciating. I'm not gonna go down the road of credit. I apologize. I overreacted today. Codsworth, I'm sorry. You work hard. I'm sure you probably looked for the clip with your fat little fingers.
Even whenever he's apologizing, he can't. He's an abusive person. It's something that he has embraced so much that it's so difficult for him to even pretend not to do. In his apology just now, he said, "I'm sorry, Connington. I'm sure you looked for it with your fat little fingers."
It's just, you could have just written to me, I couldn't find it. No problem. It's just, does it even matter to anyone? Does anyone even look? I'm sitting here ringing my bell. I feel like sometimes I'm in a well, like I'm deep underground, like I'm in a well and nobody can hear my basic requests. Okay, moving on. Today's been pretty funny.
All right, if you hear snores in the background, that's my wife. And no, I'm not bothering her. She would prefer me to be in here with her while she's sleeping. She thinks that my voice is comforting. just a heads up. And I've already asked her. She's totally cool with people hearing her snore. And if you're not hearing her snore, I don't know what to tell you.
All right. For those of you just joining, you'll get a kick out of this, Polar Bear. The media has actually reported the last known images of Sinead O'Connor, and she looks pretty beat up, guys.
He's gonna redo a joke right now. Anyway, this is the Texas Goat Radio Show. I am your host, Matorius. As always, till next time.